Alright guys, so today I'm out here at my property, which is slightly overgrown at the moment. My house is behind that shed right there. We've had this property for I don't know, 6-7 months, and I've cleaned it up a lot since we first got it. I wanted to film some of it, but there was a lot to do. You couldn't hardly see the entire backyard or even really see the house that was on it. I've cleaned it up a lot. Haven't been coming out here recently too much, but we're going to change that, and I think I'm going to start a kind of series on what we're doing out here. So if you want to see more, check out my YouTube. It's in the link in my bio of my TikTok. But today I'm going to do a little mowing. Show you guys a little clip of that, and then I'm going to go inside the house and take a look around, look at everything, show you guys the house. The house is probably coming down, but still to be decided. Had to clean up all that stuff. Had it all laying down. Didn't find any snakes, so that was good. Need to clean up the rest of this area, and then take a look at the inside. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was, and I'll definitely have to be coming back and doing some more. But I think for today, it's enough mowing for me. Cleaned up a lot better than what it was. I'm no landscaper, but pretty clean. I'm gonna change the battery in the camera and then walk around the inside, show you guys some stuff. Alright guys, so I know you could see it a second ago, but got a bunch of trash there, a bunch of old brush, some old sheet metal that's been laying around here for a little while. The shed is the first building that you see. This is actually the back property. This is 2 lots, but you couldn't see any of this from the road. Like I said, about 6-7 months ago when we first got the property. I worked out here for 2-3 months just cutting and mowing and weed eating and trimming trees. Big brush pile. We had big plans to get a big dumpster out here and tear a lot of this stuff out and throw it all away, but still hasn't happened yet. As everybody knows, it gets expensive doing this stuff. I would like to save the shed, and I know I could rebuild it, take the metal off and redo the wood and try to reuse some of the metal, but the concrete floor is pretty terrible in there. This is an old deer blind from the previous owners that blew over the fence, and I got to cut it up and get it out of there. And here's the first look at the house. It's really rough. Every window needs to be redone. The siding needs to be redone. This entire carport needs to come down. It is a safety hazard for sure. Like I said, I've tore into it a little bit. This place needs a lot of work. Nobody has lived in this house for 20 something years. So, you know, about as long as I've been alive. But here's the door. This is the only door that we can get in through. Got some old shells, some cicadas living up in here. Last time I was in here, there was definitely a raccoon or something of the sorts crawling around. But it's really, really rough. The floor in the kitchen is gone. Needs to be completely redone. The ceiling in here is falling out. I'm always a little worried somebody's gonna be living up in here without me knowing. But I think the bones are somewhat salvageable. I don't know if you can get a good look. This is the living room. This is what I believe is supposed to be the master, which isn't very big, and it's on the front of the house, which I don't really like, but there's some potential. It just needs a lot of work. I don't know if you guys can see in here, the old pink bathtub, pink sink, and even a pink commode. It's bad. A lot of it needs to be redone. This is kind of a den area. There's not a whole lot of light coming in through this side. The floor is pretty bad over there in that corner. I think the roof is kind of really bad. This is used to be a garage, which was enclosed. Interesting. I don't remember there being that stuff there last time I was here. As you can see, these windows aren't there. I'm sure all these walls are, you know, just rotted away. Some holes, some things. There's an access to the underside of this house. This house was built, I believe, in the 40s, which probably was put together by a couple oil field guys back when this town was going through its oil boom. Needs a lot of work, a lot of time and care. I don't even know if it's worth it, to be honest. But if anybody would like to see videos of this thing getting cleaned up, renovated, you know, comment down below what you want to see first. Like, share with your friends that like DIY stuff. I've never done anything like this, but you know, somebody's got to start somewhere. Yeah, just wanted to show you guys around. I'm pretty sure there's a raccoon that lives in there. I don't know. I heard some scratching and whatnot last time I was here. But yeah, you can completely see underneath the house right there. The roof line right there, I believe, is leaking really bad, and then this water heater blew out on the bottom, flooded this entire area, and nobody did anything about it, so just kept soaking into the floor. So there's plenty to do around here. I want to start sometime soon, but you know, trying to do this TikTok thing, and I know how TikTok works, so like, comment, share, all the comments and everything I appreciate. Like what you want to see first, where you want to see me start, what you guys think is the best way to go about this, or even some tips from people that know what they're doing when it comes to this stuff. I gotta mow the front yard too, but here's the front of it. It's really rough. This whole top of the porch needs to come down. It's a hazard. There's a there's a 2x4, I think, holding up the entire front porch there. The front door doesn't work. I can't get it to open. Yeah, there's plenty to do, and you know, the hardest thing is the money. So as we slowly come up with that and we slowly start chipping away at this thing, I'm going to record it. I want you guys to follow along, and like I said, share with your friends that enjoy seeing things like this, and we can learn together. Peace out, guys.